that are reproducing, he prunes. And I'm like, well, that's not fun. Like, no, you're reproducing and you still got to go through suffering. But she just really hit home on that, and it was such a good message. It was life changing for me, and I was really encouraged. At the retreat, I always am, because it is for leaders, and the messages are just a caliber more. And so I'm really excited about what God is doing, and I'm excited about the reproduction process and the pruning process and the more fruit that it's going to produce. Amen? Because I know that suffering is not in vain. Amen?
Amen. My name is Lena, and I thank God for my salvation, and I really go expecting. Amen. I went up there a little bit discouraged, been going through some things in my personal life, personal walk, but the Lord always meets us on time. Amen. He gives us words out there. It's so life-changing, like they say. It's always good to go. We need to make it our priority to go. Even if we can't go, we gotta go. Amen. Because that's what keeps us. That's what keeps us. Amen. And what really spoke to me, two messages were Sister Eva, of course, talking about the bride, and we're waiting for our groom, which is Jesus Christ. Amen. But sometimes we don't want to get up, or we don't want to go seek him. You know, he's pursuing us, but are we pursuing him? Amen. And then the other one that spoke to me was Sister Mitzi, just about our generation and actually the call, answering the call. And even personally in my life, but even within our church, you know, just God really had me there weeping for our church. And that we would answer the call. Every single one of us has something to give, something to offer. And God's going to use us in a mighty way. Amen?
My name is Anshanique. I'm 22 years old. So it was a great privilege to be able to go out there. It's my first leadership retreat. Even going as a leader was the first time. It was intense. It was great, but the message that spoke to me the most was Sister Mitzi's message. She was just like my mom just said. She just said, like, she was talking about the calling and this generation, and a lot of the times we try to, as we get out, even though I'm not in high school and didn't just get out, but as we just get out of high school, we try to plan our lives out, and even later, like as a young adult, you try to plan your lives out and try to go step by step. Obviously, God interrupts our plans for his plans, because just like I went to the UTC and wasn't expecting it, God was telling me when I was there, he was telling me, like, you need to stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to paint your own picture. Give me the paintbrush and let me do it. And it's just like, it like opens your eyes, because you're trying to put your puzzle together when God has the pieces, not you. And so, yeah, that was the message that spoke to me the most. And again, I just want to thank my leaders and Irene for working with me, because I'm a hard one. And yeah.
I really enjoyed myself this time. I had a great room, and I always share a room with Adelina. We always sleep together. It's awesome, amen. But anyway, and so what really spoke to me was Sister Mary Baraha. She talked about Hannah and how she was barren, and how we can't go around being barren all the time. We have to start, you know, birthing fruit, and you know, we need to pull in these gang girls, or you know, the women in ministry, and bring them in under our wing and start discipling, so that way we can start producing more of us, you know. And also, another one that spoke to me was Sister Mitzi, and this one it really got me, because she showed, like they spoke earlier about the little skit that they showed on the TV screen, and it talked about it was like this girl, you know, she was getting abused, she was a drug addict, she was prostituting and all these things, and they had this church couple, they were getting launched out. And so they showed them getting launched out, and they showed the sister getting, you know, she's getting prayed up, she's reading, she has her code red shirt on. And she goes out on the streets and she talks to this girl, but it's not the same girl that they've been showing that's getting abused and all these things. And then it's like there's always one left behind. And I think about our church and how we go out, you know, sometimes it's me, my husband, and my daughter, and we're here waiting to go evangelize. And it's like, where's the church? You know, and it just hurt my heart, because there's only 3 of us. You know, we can't reach everybody. And it's not that these seats should be full, but it's like these souls should be saved. You know, that's what we're called for. And God kept showing me. he kept showing me Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. And yeah, we want to go out, we want to take a city, but what about our city? What about the ones that are dying out there? And that's something that really touched me. And it's like we have evangelism, we have twilights, come out. If you don't know what time, I mean, we're trying to change the times all the time so people can come out because they have to work and everything. And just come talk to me and my husband or Sister Rosie. We're doing it. We're doing it for our church. We're the ones standing there behind enemy lines, standing there in the front line, getting ready and going out. Amen. God bless.
For my salvation. This was my first leadership retreat, and I'm not even a leader, but I'm a leader in the making, amen. And I just want to thank God for, my leader, Sister Irene, for allowing me to go, and Sister Evelyn. It was such an amazing time there. The whole thing was relentless pursuit, but one thing that stood out to me was Sister Doreen Contanola's message is knowing that we didn't call ourselves, but God called us. And right there when she was speaking, that sort of touched me, or did touch me, because for a little bit I was sort of losing my cutting edge. I was sort of slipping, but how many of us know when we go to those retreats and we hear those messages, and I was able to spend time with my family. And one thing that I separated myself from, because I lost that prayer life, because I come out of the home, and when you come out of the home, you don't have nobody saying get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and pray. Hey, it's this time to go ahead and read your word, or hey, take time to go ahead and fast. No, but I lost it. But how many of us know I thank God for the retreat, because I was able to get it back. My family was like, why are you getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning? I said, why? Because this is time where I need to get closer to God. And I just thank God for allowing me to go, but not only going, but being able to be that light to my family. This whole entire weekend was the best thing that they're able to actually see. Like, you guys know, 15 years of holiness, to actually be that light for them. And I just thank God, because I know that this is just the beginning of more leaderships to come.
We're all in our own spot, but when we're able to hear those nuggets that we drop when we come, the nuggets that we receive, that it encouraged you. But women of God, I wanna challenge you, amen. This Thursday, we're gonna be having our crown. Come and receive this series that we've been doing this year. We've been doing Women of the Bible, and so we're gonna be doing the Marys this crown, and so I'm really excited about it, and I want to invite you all out. Also, don't forget on this Tuesday, we're doing our Shine, amen. Our Shine for all our gang girls and women. We're partnering with 3 Square to go and to reach out to our community, amen. To go reach out to our community and to pack some bags for those kids. I remember when I was substitute teaching at basic high school, I'll never forget it. I had to let kids out early, and I didn't know, and they were like, I get to leave early. And I was like, what? They're like, because I have to go pick up food. And I didn't know what they were talking about. And then when I went into the library one time to make copies, there was a room, like a pantry, that kids go and they pick up food that don't have food for the weekend. And it just hurt my heart. Like, I was like, man, there's kids out there that, that they don't have, their parents are doing whatever, and they'll go and they pick up their bag for the weekend so that they have food to eat. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fill those bags for those hurting kids that are out there. So I encourage you to come on out. We're gonna be having a meeting right after, so you can have all the information. And then this Saturday, don't forget, amen, is our Passion for Purpose. Our very own Sister Evelyn is gonna be sharing, amen. It's our regional event. And how many know that we are women and gay girls of purpose, amen? We have a purpose. We don't just go home and we're just not living life, la, la, la. Amen. We have a purpose, we have a mission, and we have a call, amen. And I want to challenge you to come on out and be a part of that, amen. God bless you.
How many likes being on the outside looking in?